Hi, Cook of the House, Chef Suzette, and today I'm going to make down and dirty gumbo. And what that means is it's all kind of culled from this book called The Little Gumbo Book by Gwen McKee, which I got on Amazon.com about 15 years ago. We improvised the recipe. So lots of information in this book. Great book. I start with improvising by buying roasted chicken from the grocery store. Your market chicken, whatever your favorite is. No plugs on that. And then there, of course, is the Holy Trinity, which is made up of celery, green peppers, and in my case, I like to use red onions, followed by okra, which gets added in. So in any given order, you can debone the chicken first, or you can chop your vegetables first. In this case, I think I'm going to go ahead and chop my vegetables, and then we'll debone the chicken. And I'd like to show you down and dirty way to debone the chicken. Most of you probably already know how to do it, but any shortcuts are helpful. I also buy frozen okra because it's already chopped for me. But I do like to use my own fresh green pepper, onion, and celery. So, okay. Let's get started with that. It calls for 3 cups of the Holy Trinity, the chopped vegetables. All right, there you have it. So that worked out to 3 stalks of celery, 1 good-sized onion, and 1 large green pepper. And we have the basis of the roux, which will be added to the olive oil and the flour. And I use an iron skillet, as I said. Okay, next. Okay, so we have our Holy Trinity, and as I mentioned, also garlic. So I've put 2 large cloves of garlic into my garlic press, and I still have the strength in my hands. I will crush that garlic, fresh garlic. Put that in there. Add that. So, the green peppers, onions, garlic, celery, and then you want basically about 2 cups. This is a little bit over, 20 ounces, I guess, of this okra, which I said I buy frozen. So that's the basis of our veggies that go into the roux. And next up is deboning the chicken. So as I said, grocery store chicken here. I like to save the broth, add it to my other broth. We'll get to that part, the stove part, after we get our basic ingredients all ready to go. So now whenever you get these grocery store, I let mine cool in the fridge. It's easier to debone that way. But I did buy it fresh today. And so it always has this gelatin, which is really the chicken broth that has coagulated, but it makes excellent flavor for your stock. So I save that. That will be going in addition to my stock. And then I hang on to that for the bones. Okay, so first thing I do is untie this baby. stuff. Okay, so now we add our thigh and drumstick, mostly the thigh meat. Is what we're after. Okay, so I finished deboning the chicken. So this is a deboned roasted chicken from the grocery store. The wings, they're hardly worth. As you pull them apart, you see there's hardly any meat that's worthwhile to use for the gumbo. So you probably end up eating them, as I did, and just discarding the bones. So then, as I said, I just deboned this, and now a lot of it is in nice chunk-sized pieces because gumbo's really a stew, as you know, and I serve it over rice. And I like to have nice, chunky pieces of meat, not too small, because they come apart as they're cooking as well. Now is the chicken and veggies, okra. We will now step over to the stove and really begin the process of making gumbo. But that requires a whole new camera setup. So see you in a bit.